Hello everyone and welcome to Holland Field in Nekoosa for tonight's South Central Conference football game. Tonight the Papermakers from Nekoosa will close out their season against the Green Devils from Adams Friendship. Papermakers will be receiving. We'll be going from our left to our right there in the dark blue uniforms. Luke Frisch, and Cliff Green will be back to receive this kick to start the game. They're standing near the 10-yard line. Here's the approach and the kick, and the game's underway. It's a nice long kick. Comes down to Frisch at the 5. He heads straight up the middle, all past the 20 to the 25, brought down near the 30-yard line. Papermakers will take over there, 1st and 10. Matt Walsh, a wide receiver to the near side. The top of your screen is Ryan Thibodeau. Hand off to the deep back in the formation. Pulls ahead for about 5 yards. Ryan Wilhorn with the ball. Will be 2nd down and about 5 yards to go. Doug Kirst is your quarterback. Looks like Wilhorn and Jaron Arndt in the backfield. Wide out to the bottom of the screen this time. It's a handoff again. Looks like Ryan Wilhorn. He's dropped for a loss on the play. It'll bring up a 3rd down, about 6 after a yard loss. Two wide receivers, a wide receiver and a slot back to the bottom of the screen. Wilhorn and Walsh, it looks like. Pass and deep for Walsh. Out of his hands at the 40-yard line. Off his fingertips at the 40-yard line. Doug Kirst going for Matt Walsh. Took off out of his slot position. It'll be a 4th down and 6 after the incomplete pass. Papermakers in a punting situation. Back to receive the punt will be Jeff Edwards and Mark Blakely for the Green Devils. They're going to stand up around the 45-yard line. Here's Frisch's kick. It's high. It's going to come down at the 30. It's Edwards. Cuts upfield, and he stopped short of the 40-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 from that spot. 38-yard line. Green Devils come in with a play called on the sideline, no huddle. Scott Anderson's your quarterback. Got an I formation in the backfield. There's a little quarterback keeper. Cuts upfield off the left tackle. Gets to the 45-yard line before he's brought down. Second down, about 3 yards to go after a 7-yard gain. No huddle. Sparrow and Blakely in the backfield. Edwards also now in the backfield. Now he comes over here as a wing. One wide receiver to the bottom of the screen. There's a handoff going the other way. A counter play to Edwards. He spun around and dropped after a gain of maybe a yard. Third down and 2 yards to go. Travis Olson, the receiver, goes to the top of the screen this time. I formation. Man in motion. The handoff to the second man through, that's Blakely. He's going to have a first down. Mark Blakely crosses midfield into Papermaker territory. They'll move the chains. 1st and 10. Once again, their standard I formation. The pass this time by Anderson. Goes deep downfield. It's got a man wide open. That's Travis Olson. Too long for Travis Olson. He couldn't get his hands on it, but he was wide open. Nobody within 10 or 15 yards of him. He managed to slip behind the Papermaker defense. Flag on the play. It's going to be holding against the Green Devils. They'll move the ball back to the 41-yard line. It'll be 1st and 21. Hold on the pass protection. Power I formation. Hand off to the up back. Looks like Chad Sparrow. Picks up yardage all the way to the 49. 2nd down and 13 yards to go. Travis Olson's a receiver to the bottom of the screen. Backs are in a power I formation. Handoff to the deep back. That's Blakely. He'll get up past the original line of scrimmage. He's in the Papermaker territory. He'll be brought down at the 47-yard line. 3rd down and 9 yards to go now for the Green Devils. Just inside Papermaker territory. Anderson's under the ball. Anderson's back to pass. Now he's got pressure. Now he's going to be sacked. Brought down at the 45-yard line by number 82, Sean Sweet. Big sack for the senior. 4th down now and about 16 yards to go. Thibodeau's going to go back with Frisch to field this punt. They're back at about the 20-yard line. Low snap, gets a kickoff, bounces at the 30, picked up by Thibodeau. He takes it up the far side line to about the 38-yard line. Papermakers will take over 1st and 10. 2nd possession of the game. We have just under 7 minutes left to go in the 1st quarter. And a scoreless tie from Holland Field. Kurst takes a snap, hands off to Frisch. He's sitting in the backfield. And he'll be dropped for no gain, 2nd down and 10. From Kurst. This time they send Sweet to the top of the screen, who also split to the bottom. Hand off to the deep back, that's Fritz. He's in the clear. Brought down by the Green Devil secondary, but not before he gets down near the 35-yard line. Another 1st and 10 Papermakers. Thibodeau will come into the game now to replace Sweet. First and 10 Papermakers in Green Devil territory. Ball's at the 36-yard line. Thibodeau goes out to the top of your screen. Walsh split to the bottom. Kirst hands off to Frisch this time. He cuts upfield. Bounces off one man and gets down to the 30-yard line. Second down in the short 5 for the Papermakers. Just outside the 30-yard line. 2 wide outs again this time. Fakes a pitch, steady, hands off to Arndt. Arndt breaks the tackle at line of scrimmage. Waltzes into the end zone from 30 yards out. Jared Arndt. .5:16 left to go in the first quarter. Papermakers take an early 6-0 lead. 30-yard run by Jared Arndt. Broke some tackles at the line of scrimmage, and then he just took off and outran the defense for a score. Tyrole's attempt at the extra point is up and good. Makes the score 7-0 in favor of the Papermakers. Papermakers score on their second possession of the first half. The Green Devils have had the ball once. They had the punt. Now they'll get a chance to run some offensive plays again. Sparrow and Jeff Edwards are back deep to receive the kick. Kicking off for the Papermakers will be Tyrone, number 39. And Edwards. And Beeson. There's the whistle. Here's the kick. It's high. Circle down to an up man at the 25. Heads to the near sideline. Breaks a tackle at the 35. And is finally brought down outside the 40-yard line. The Green Devils will take over there, first and 10. It'll be first and 10 from the 42. Scott Anderson is still your quarterback. Blakely and Sparrow line up behind him in an I formation. One receiver to the bottom of the screen. Straight ahead run there. Quarterback sneak with Mike. Calls his own number and gets about 4 yards on the play. Second down and 6. Ball's at the 46. Edwards in motion. Hands off to the up man. Sparrow, I believe. He gets out to midfield. And it'll be third down and a long 2. I formation for Anderson. He spins and keeps this time. Tries to follow Sparrow into the line of scrimmage. He's going to be stopped short of a first down. They're going to give him a pretty good spot. He might have it. Might be a timeout. It is. Timeout for a measurement. Looks like he's got it from here. We'll see. He's going to have enough by a half a football. 1st and 10, Green Devils. Falls inside Papermaker territory at the 48-yard line. Papermakers lead 7-0. First quarter. High backfield, wing back to the near side. Back to pass is Anderson over the middle. Oh, picked off and dropped. Number 38, Matt Goodness, had it in his hands and couldn't hang on. Incomplete, 2nd down and 10. Almost a pick for Matt Goodness. Power eye. Hand off to the deep back. That's Blakely. He's into the secondary. Finally brought down by Arndt and Frisch. But not before he has enough for what looks like a first down. It is 1st and 10 Devils. They're on the move now. All set up at the line of scrimmage and ready to go.
Good, bury him.
Hand off to Blakely again. He's caught in the backfield. Caught in the backfield and brought down by number 55 for the Papermakers. Jesse Kauf, 205-pound junior. 2nd down and 12. No huddle offense. Edwards comes as a wing back to the near side. Olson's a wide receiver down here. It's a handoff to the up back. Chad Sparrow. He spun around and dropped after about a 3-yard gain. Yeah, 3rd down and 7. Ball's on the 35, 36-yard line.
Good, Dave.
Anderson keeps the ball. Now he pitches out to Blakely. He's got the corner. He's at the 30. He's down to the 20. Plenty for a first down. 1st and 10, Green Devils, near the 20-yard line. I'm going to say he was out of bounds at about the 21. Anderson pitched out to Blakely. He had clear sailing around that right end. Here's a snap. Here's a pitch out the other side to Blakely. Cuts outside again. Gets down near the goal line before he's brought down. Same play, opposite direction. Same result. Be a 1st and goal now for the Green Devils. They're down at the 5-yard line. 1st and goal. Anderson changes plays at the line of scrimmage. Hands off to Chad Sparrow. He's going to be stopped short. There's going to be a penalty on the play, however. Going to be an illegal motion. Illegal let's see. Illegal shift. It's going to move the ball back out to close to the 10-yard line now. It'll still be first and goal, and it'll be first and goal from the 10-yard line. Anderson takes the snap, hands off to Sparrow. Sparrow tries to get off the tackle. He's brought down by number 38, Matt Goodness.
5 yards, yeah.
Second down and goal from the 5-yard line. Pick up a 5 on the play. Anderson's got the ball now. He pitches out to Blakely. Blakely's brought down for a loss. Brought down for a loss on the play by Ryan Thibodeau, number 87. Third and goal from the 9-yard line. Started as a first and goal from the 5. Third and goal from the 9. Olsen comes out, split fairly wide to the bottom of the screen this time. Blakely's a wing to the far side. They have a wing to the near side. Edwards is going to go back to pass. He's hit as he throws, and the ball is incomplete. Anderson was hit by 2 Papermakers as he threw the ball. And the ball was high and incomplete, intended for Dwayne Shanky. Green Devils will line up for a field goal attempt on 4th down.
John, blow in there and blow it up.
16-yard line. It'll be a 26-yard attempt by number 26, Moots. Kick is up. Kick is good. 26-yard field goal. That comes with 4 seconds left in the first quarter. Makes the score 7-3 now in favor of the Papermakers. Both teams score on their second possession of the half. Green and Frisch back to receive the kick. They're going to line up at about the 15-yard line. Kicking off for the Green Devils will be number 5, Corey Quinnell.
Back to receive the kickoff.
Here's the whistle. Here's the kick. It's going to come down to Frisch at the 12-yard line. He brings it up the near side of the field. Tackled inside the hash marks, short of the 30-yard line. First and 10 Papermakers. 7-3 lead here from Holland Field at the end of the first quarter. That kickoff was the last play of the quarter. So we'll switch ends of the field. Papermakers searching for their first victory of the year. It's been a long season for the Papermakers. It's been a disappointing year for the Green Devils also. They expected to challenge for the title this year in the conference and won't make the playoffs. So they're a little disappointed also in Adams. They have they kind of counted on their big offensive and defensive line down there that they have. But the South Central Conference is a tough conference. I'm not sure how many teams are sent into the playoffs this year. 2 for sure. 3, I think Lodi's probably going. We only have 7 teams in our conference. So we'll couple years ago, I think we had 5 out of 7 in the playoffs. I think everybody but Baraboo and the Dells, I think, one year was in. Okay, both teams come out on the field, huddle up, start the second quarter. Thibodeau wide out to the bottom of the screen. Walsh is split in close on the far side of the field. First hands off to Arndt. He breaks through the line of scrimmage. Gets about a 9-yard gain on the play. Second down and 1. Nice run by Jared Arndt. Moves the ball to the 35-yard line. Kurz takes the ball, hands off to Frisch. Frisch is hit just past the line of scrimmage. Pushes the pile ahead far enough to be first down. Gets enough on second effort for the first down. Thibodeau and Walsh both on the far side of the field now. Walsh is a slot. Kurz is back to pass, looking downfield, going deep for Matt Walsh. Turn Walsh around at the 30-yard line. The ball falls incomplete. Defense on the play was provided by number 31, Joe Van Beek. Walsh was looking over his left shoulder, and the pass came over his right. Had the distance, though. Be a second down and 10 now for the Papermakers. Inside their own territory at the 38-yard line. One receiver this time, split. The handoff to Arndt. Arndt's hit at the line of scrimmage. He might have a yard, 2 if they give him a good spot. Give him 2 yards on the play, third down and 8. Two wideouts. Split backfield. Kurz is back to pass, looking for Thibodeau. Caught. Nice catch by Ryan Thibodeau across the 50-yard line. I thought that pass was going to be over his head. Really stretched out for that. Nice catch. Nice hands by the sophomore. Kurz to Thibodeau. They're both sophomores, folks. Papermakers keep the drive alive. A third down conversion. Now they're in Green Devil territory at the 47. The little cross butt to Arndt. He's at the line of scrimmage, but he bowls ahead for about a yard, maybe. Pushes the pile. Second down and 9. Thibodeau goes to the top of the screen this time. Walsh in motion towards us. It's a pitch out to Frisch. There's a flag in the backfield. He's going to get inside the 45, but there's a penalty flag. Another illegal shift, this time on the Papermakers. Second illegal shift tonight. That's been called.
We will have a flag on the play.
They're going to take the penalty. It's a second down. They didn't have enough for the first down on the run, but it's a second down now and about 15 yards to go. Ball's back in Papermaker territory. Back on the 48. Second and 15. Thibodeau comes to the bottom of the screen. Walsh is up at the top, flanked out. Wilhorn's back to pass. Curse is back to pass. Ball's batted down near the line of scrimmage. It was intended for Schmidt. It's going to be a 3rd and 15 now. Sweet split to the far side of the field. Curse is back to pass. He's got time. He's going deep. Ball is picked off. Picked off at the 12-yard line by number 1, Mark Blakely. Intended for Matt Walsh. Papermakers haven't been afraid to air it out tonight. Picked off deep in Green Devil territory. They'll take over 1st and 10 at, I guess, about the 14-yard line. Anderson gives off to the first man. Chad Sparrow, I think that is. Number 21. He's going to pick up close to 5 yards. 2nd down and 10. Wide receiver to the far side of the field. I think that's Travis Olson. Anderson gets the sign from the sideline. Relays it to the team. There's a snap. Handoff to the deep back. That's Blakely. He's into the secondary. Cuts outside down the sideline. And brought down inside the 40-yard line of the Nekoosa Papermakers. Mark Blakely, the deep back in the eye. Picks up all the way across midfield and down into Papermaker territory. He was knocked down at about the 43-yard line. 1st and 10 Devils. Anderson takes the snap. He's back to pass. Now he's going to tuck it in and run. Eludes one man. Finally runs out of bounds inside the 20-yard line. Eluded a man back on about the 37 and scampered all the way down inside the 20-yard line before he runs out of bounds. It's another 1st down for the Green Devils. They trail in this game 7-3. Just under 8 minutes left in the first half. Here's the snap. Anderson's going to pitch. Now he's going to keep. Now he's going to be hammered. Hammered back at the 35-yard line by number 70 for the Papermakers. Greg Shadrowski. Laid a lick on him. Down he went. 2nd down and about 16 yards to go now. Ball's back at the 25. Now we have a whistle on the play. Jared Arnaz come out of the game. He'll be replaced by Cliff Green. Something wrong with his equipment, I'm pretty sure. Helmet strap or something. Okay, now we're ready to go. Wind the clock. Anderson's back to pass, looking deep. Got a man. Touchdown. 25-yard touchdown pass to Jeff Edwards. Green Devils take the lead, 9-7, pending the extra point. Snap is down, the kick is up, and no good. A 24-yard pass came at the 7:04 mark in the second quarter. See what the flag's about. Penalties against Nekoosa. So we'll get another try at the extra point. Kick is on its way. This time the kick is good. 10-7. Score now is Green Devils from Adams Friendship 10, the Nekoosa Papermakers 7. About a third of the way through the second quarter. Once again, Cliff Green is on the far side, and Luke Frisch is on the near side, awaiting the kick. Corey Quinnell will be kicking off for the Adams Friendship Green Devils. Here's Quinnell's kick. It's going to bounce out of bounds at the 26-yard line. It's a penalty flag. Penalty flag on the out-of-bounds kick. A punt can go out of bounds, but a kickoff can't. So let's see, do they get the ball on the 35-yard line? I believe they do. First and 10 Papermakers on the 35-yard line. They trail in this game 10-7. Kirst hands off on the first play from scrimmage to Jared Arndt. Jared Arndt, number 42, he picks up about 4 yards. It'll be a second down and 6. Flanker to the top of the screen. Here's a handoff to Arndt instead. Arndt's going to get across the 40-yard line. Bring up a third down now and 4 yards to go. Thibodeau split to the near side of the field. Green's a wing back in the game now. Here's a pass by Kirst. Complete to Thibodeau at about the 44-yard line, 43-yard line. It'll be short of a first down. We'll spot the ball at the 47. It'll be 4th down now and about 3 yards to go. Frisch back in punt formation. Edwards will go back to field the kick. He's going to go back inside the 30. Frisch gets a low snap, gets the kick off, he angles it, goes over Edwards' head. He picks up at the 20-yard line, reverses field at about the 30, and he's spun around by several Papermakers and brought down. 1st and 10 for the Green Devils from that spot. Don Voigt, among others, in on the tackle for the Papermakers. Down to 4:56 to go in the first half. Papers trail by 3. They scored first in the first quarter and have given up 10 unanswered points since. Green Devils have the ball. Scott Anderson's the quarterback. He keeps the ball this time, heads upfield. Now he's got some open running room. Breaks a leg tackle. Breaks another leg tackle. Finally he's run in two by Luke Frisch and brought down. Luke Frisch and Jesse Cow finally bring him down, but not before he gains yardage all the way down the Papermaker territory at the 32-yard line. 1st and 10, Green Devils. I formation. Man in motion, that's Edwards. Hand off to the deep back, that's Blakely. He's tackled by Frisch. He drags Frisch a couple extra yards down the field. He's brought down at about the 20-yard line. It's enough for a 1st down. 1st and 10, Green Devils. They lead by 3. Trying to tack on some more here in the second quarter. Hand off to the up back. That's Sparrow. He's going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage. He might have fallen forward for a yard. 2nd down and 9. Power I formation. It's a quick pass, complete out there to Olsen. He breaks the tackle at the line of scrimmage, and he's in the score. 20-yard pass from Anderson to Olsen. 2 broken tackles. That play comes at the 3:37 mark in the second quarter. Another extra point attempt is up, and that's also good. Green Devils take a 17-7 lead on 2 quick touchdowns in the second quarter. 3.5 minutes apart. Big plays in both scoring drives, couple big gainers. At least 4 plays, those 2 drives over 20 yards. A lot of yards after contact, also on those 2 drives. Okay, Frisch and Green are going to come back here inside the 15-yard line to field Quinnell's kick. Papermakers trail by 10. Here's the approach and the kick. It's going to come down to Green at the 12-yard line. Straight up, He's met by one man and then tackled at about the 25. First and 10 Papermakers from that spot.
And the Papermakers will take over on the 26-yard line.
This time we send Thibodeau out to the near side of the field as wide receiver. Green's in on the far side. Frisch in the backfield as a deep back. Frisch gets the ball. He's going to pick up a couple of yards. Bring up a second down and long.
Frisch with the field. He's been cracked on by the interior line of Greenville.
They're going to give about a yard. Second down and 9. Tight formation. Wing back far side. That's Green. Here's a snap. Here's a handoff to Green on our counter play. He slows down and is tackled near a first down. See where they spot the ball. Timeout. Close enough to measure. The ball's right on the near sideline. Can't see it from here. It's going to be short of a first down.
Papermakers are short by inches.
See just how short they are. It's like about 3 inches shy of a first down. Third down and inches. Ball's at the 36-yard line. Papermaker 36. Thibodeau's the wide receiver to the bottom of the screen. Green stays in the game. He's flanked up on the top of the screen. It's a keeper by the quarterback. Curse. Scoots around to the left side and gets enough for a first down. Needed inches, picked up about a yard. First and 10 Papermakers. Ball's at about the 36.5-yard line now. This time Sean Sweet goes as a wideout to the far side. Curse back to pass again. He's got time. Picked off. Intended for Sweet. Through his hands and picked off by Mark Blakely about 7 yards farther downfield. Doug Kirst had a lot of mustard on that ball. Went by Sean Sweet before he ever saw it, and like I say, about 7 yards farther downfield into the hands of Mark Blakely. So it's another turnover for the Papermakers. The Green Devils take over first and 10 at their own 45-yard line. They lead by 10 points with 2 minutes left till half. One man in the backfield, 2 wingbacks. Now Blakely goes in motion. Here's a handoff to the up back, Sparrow. He fumbles, and the Papermakers recover. Chad Sparrow coughs up the ball on the tackle. Papermakers take over in Green Devil territory. First and 10 from the 48. Just under 2 minutes left in the half. Papers trail by 10, 17-7. Thibodeau split out far to the top of the screen. Green's out there slotted. Curse is back to pass. He's got time. Goes deep, underthrown, but caught by Thibodeau. Ball was underthrown. Nice adjustment by Ryan Thibodeau. The sophomore continues to impress. Nice adjustment by Thibodeau. He's got some nifty moves for a sophomore. Papermakers got a 1st and 10 now, deep in Green Devil territory. That was about a 30-yard pass completion from Curse to Thibodeau. Ball's inside the 20-yard line, just inside the 20. .146 left to go in the half. Okay, here we go. Timeout's over. This time Frisch is a wide receiver to the near side of the screen. Green comes in motion. Curse is looking to pass. It's complete to Thibodeau. He's going to get hit right away and dropped. He'll have a gain of about 3 or 4 yards. He'll be on the 15-yard line. Be a 2nd down and about 6. 4-yard gain. Frisch is in the game again. Green's in motion. Flag on the play. Handoff to Arndt. He's down inside the 5, but there's a flag on the play. And the offensive backfield, it's going to be another one of these illegal shifts or something, I guess. It's the 3rd time he's called that tonight. We got an injured player on the field also for the Papermakers. So they're going to move the ball back. Should be 5 yards. So it'll be back outside the 20 now. Illegal shift, yep. That's the 3rd one tonight he's called. 2nd one on the Papermakers. Moves the ball back outside the 20. There'll be a 2nd down and about 12 yards to go. As we said, Papermakers trail 17-7. Injured players still on the field for the Papermakers. There's a couple guys going to have to come out and help him off the field. Jared Arndt favoring his left leg, it looks like. He'll be replaced by number 38, Matt Goodness, when we get back to the action. Goodness and Frisch in the backfield now, behind Curse. Green split to the near side. Thibodeau's out on the far side. Curse is rolling out. Now he's got pressure. He's going to be sacked. Going to be sacked back to the 30-yard line. Now it's going to be 3rd down and about 21 yards to go. Papermakers call a timeout. 1 minute and 3 left in the half. Ball's on the 30. They have to get down to the 9. for a first down. Trainers are working on Jared Arndt's knee. His left knee, it looks like. Okay, here we go. Frisch comes wide, near side. Two tight ends, Green in motion. Thibodeau's a tight end on the near side of the formation. Pressure on Kirst, and he's dropped. He's dropped by Quinnell. There'll be another loss on the play. We'll bring up a fourth down. Final timeout for the Papermakers. Papermakers, after a 30-yard pass completion, have had a little trouble getting any closer. They're now out on the 34-yard line. It's a fourth down and 25 yards to go. Just under a minute left till half, 53 seconds. Papermakers drew first blood in this contest. Since then, the Green Devils have scored 3 times, and they now have a 17-7 lead. Thibodeau comes to the near side of the field. Green's flank to the top of the screen. Split backfield. Kirst is the quarterback. Kirst back to pass. Now he's got pressure again. Oh, he's really hammered that time. Hit hard by number 64 for the Green Devils. Justin Peterson, 235-pound tackle. One of the Devils held him up, and Peterson finished him off. 3 consecutive sacks for the Green Devil defense. Stops the Papermaker drive. Green Devils take over. Pretty good field possession out their own 44. 46 ticks left in half. Papermakers in a 3-deep defense. The handoff to Sparrow. No, yeah, Sparrow. Thought Blakely had it for a second. Actually, it was a quarterback keeper on that. No, I think that was Sparrow. We're up the line of scrimmage, 2nd down and 1. Anderson keeps that time. Doesn't fool Jesse Kauth. Knocks him down for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down and 3 yards to go. Another timeout on the field. 22 seconds left till half. The last 2 minutes has taken quite a while. Using up all our timeouts in the last 2 minutes of the half here. Third down and 3. They got to get across the. They get to the 45. They got a first down. Double wing. Edwards in motion back there. Anderson's back to pass. He got a man wide open. Caught for a first down. That's number 87. Dwayne Shanky, 200-pound receiver, 6'4". There'll be a penalty against the Green Devils on the play. A blocking penalty against the Green Devils. Illegal block or blocking below the waist. It's going to bring the ball back. Waif out a nice pass completion. It's going to move the ball way back past the original line of scrimmage. Back to the 42-yard line, where it'll be a 3rd down and 13. Third and 13. 4 seconds left till half. Last play of the half. Blakely's in motion. Anderson's back to pass. He's going to be sacked back there to end the half. Going to be sacked by Dave Christensen. So that'll end the first half here from Nekoosa. Scores Adams Friendship Green Devils 17, Nekoosa Papermakers 7. Nekoosa scored first on a 30-yard run by Jared Arndt, and they took a 7-0 lead. It was a field goal kicked in the first quarter, a 26-yard field goal to make the score 7-3 at that time, and 2 touchdown passes in the second quarter led to 14 more unanswered points and give us a 17-7 score at halftime. We'll be back with the second half of our game in just a moment. Stay tuned, please. Hello everyone, welcome back to the second half of our game tonight. If you just tuned in, it's 17-7. Green Devils lead the Papermakers. Green Devils will be receiving the opening kick of the second half.
Papermakers will kick off to start the second half. Back to receive.
Tyrell will be kicking off for the Papermakers. His kick comes down to 21. Sparrow cuts upfield. He's to the 30, 35, 40. Crosses midfield and down inside Papermaker territory, inside the 45. Nice run back by Chad Sparrow to start the second half. It's going to be 1st and 10 at the Papermaker 43-yard line. Scott Anderson remains your quarterback. 2 wings. Single running back. The man in motion. Hand off to Sparrow. Sparrow gets down to about the 40. Pickup of about 4 yards, 3 yards on the play. 2nd down and 7. Edwards is the wing, Sparrow and Blakely in the backfield. Edwards in motion, coming towards us. Hand off to Sparrow. Sparrow's into the secondary. Gets 1st down yardage and more down inside the 30-yard line. It'll be a 1st and 10 for the Green Devils. Big offensive line for the Green Devils. I think their smallest guy's 225. Pretty huge line. 1st and 10. Ball's at the 29-yard line. Edwards in motion. Keeper by Anderson. He's got an open field ahead of him. Now he cuts back across the green. He'll be in to score from 29 yards out. 29-yard keeper by the quarterback. Comes with 10:46 left in the 3rd quarter. Green Devils extend their lead to 23-7. Pending the extra point attempt, which is good. Extra point is good. Score now, Green Devils 24, Nekoosa Papermakers 7. Green Devils score 24 unanswered points after the Papermakers score on their second possession of the game. This will be their first offensive possession of the second half, however. Frisch and Green are back at the 15-yard line to await the kick by Quinnell. Green's at the bottom of the screen, and Frisch is at the top of the screen. Both are at the 15-yard line. Okay, here's Quinnell's kick. It's a line drive. It's going to bounce. It's going to be through Fisch's hands. He picks it up at the 5-yard line. Now he comes back upfield. He'll get out to about the 15 before he's tackled. There's a penalty flag on the play. Back at the 45-yard line. See what the penalty is. Papermaker coming off the field. Slightly injured. It's going to be a holding against the Papermakers. Jared Clark comes off the field holding his arm. Get it looked at by a trainer. He's a sophomore. Penalty will be against the Papermakers. So it's going to move the ball back inside the 10-yard line. It'll be a 1st and 10 for Nekoosa, and the ball will be at about the 18-yard line. Thibodeau to the top of the screen, Green to the bottom of the screen. Your two wideouts. Kirst fakes a handoff, does hand off to Frisch, number 4. He picks up about 3 yards. Bring up a 2nd down and 7. Let's see who else is in the backfield with Frisch. Looks like number 30, Wetstein, a sophomore, 190-pound sophomore. Frisch gets the ball again. Tries the right side of the line. He picks up about a yard. It'll be 3rd down and 6. Kyle Wetstein, a 5'11", 190-pound sophomore, in at running back, start the second half for the Papermakers. He's number 30. That'll be a run that stopped at about the 15-yard line. Bring up a 4th down and a punting situation for the Papermakers. I believe Luke Frisch will be doing the punting duties for the Papermakers. And looks like Jeff Edwards, number 24, will be the deep man at the Papermaker 45-yard line. Frisch gets a good snap. To Liner again. Through Edwards' hands, bounces across midfield, down inside the 45. Picked up at the 43. And brought down at the 45 in Green Devil territory. Amsentia takes over 1st and 10 from their own 45-yard line. They lead in this contest 24-7. 8:41 to go in the 3rd quarter. Green Devils have already scored once in this half. on their first possession. This will be their second possession of the half. Wishbone formation. All beef in the backfield. There's not a guy in the backfield under 200 pounds there. Ball's handed off to the right half. Pushes the pile ahead for about 7 yards. Looked like number 66 with the ball. Wishbone formation. No, it's a power I. Hand off to the deep back and the power I. He's bowling ahead. Gets first down yardage and then more. That's number 61, Steve Mickelson. Gets enough for a first down. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now the Green Devils bring their normal backfield back in. Power I formation. Blakely, Edwards, and Sparrow in the backfield. Back to pass is Anderson. He's hammered. Smothered by number 69. Chase Hamilton, 225-pound senior. Loss on the play back to the 47-yard line. 2nd down and about 17 yards to go. Anderson hands off to the deep back. That's Blakely. Cuts outside. He's got room. Green's got him around the shoulders and throws him out of bounds at the 30-yard line. That'll be just enough for a first down. And they should move the chains. We're going to have to measure. Timeout by the referee when we measure for the first down. Second time tonight they have to bring the chains all the way across the field to measure. There's the chain stretched. It's going to be short. Inches short again. This time for the Green Devils. It'll be 3rd and about a couple of chain links, huh? Ball's just outside the 30-yard line. If they get the 30, they have a first down. Two wide receivers in the game this time. Dwayne Shanky split to the top of the screen. Quarterback keeper. I don't think, boy, they're going to have to measure this again. They're going to spot the ball. I don't think he made it. I think it's a 4th down. 4th down and about a foot. They lost a little bit of yardage on the play. One man in the backfield, that's Sparrow. 2 wings. Edwards in motion, handoff to Sparrow. He was met short of the first down, but I think he spun around and got enough to get it. Just gets it. Just gets the 30-yard line. 1st and 10. Green Devils keep the drive alive. They lead by 17 in the 3rd quarter here from Holland Field. Man in motion this time. Anderson's looking to pass. He's got Shanky. He's brought down after he gets the first down. Dwayne Shanky. That'll be good for a first down. 1st and 10 Devils. They push deeper in the Papermaker territory. Shanky's a 6'4", 200-pounder, and he's being defended by Ryan Thibodeau, who's 5'9", 135 out there. Here's a handoff to Blakely. He cuts it inside. He's going to be stopped short of the goal line. Penalty flag on the play.
He's stopped by Tyro on the play, but there is a penalty flag. Appears to be holding against the Green Devils.
Face mask against the Green Devils. See if it's a major or a minor. Five-yard face mask. Inadvertent. It'll remain first down. It's 1st and 12. One wide receiver to the bottom of the screen. Anderson's looking for him. Tim Olson caught, touchdown. 17-yard touchdown to Travis Olson.
Anderson's pass was complete to Travis Olson for the touchdown.
17 yards. 3rd touchdown pass by Anderson. 2nd touchdown pass reception by Travis Olson. Comes at the 5:18 mark in the 3rd quarter. Extra point attempt is good. That makes the score 31-7 in favor of the Green Devils. Touchdown passes of 24, 20, and 17 yards tonight for Scott Anderson. Edwards has one of those, and Olson has the other 2. Frisch and Green back to receive the kick. I assume Quinnell will still be kicking.
To kick off for the Green Devils, back to receive the Green and the Fresh.
Here's Quinnell's approach and his kick. It's going to come down to Frisch at the 10-yard line. Cuts upfield. He stopped at about the 25. Papermakers will take over 1st and 10. 31-7 in favor of the Green Devils. Papermakers have their work cut out if they want to notch their first win of the year tonight. They trail by 24. 5 minutes and 13 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Green and Thibodeau, your 2 wide receivers, split backfield behind Kurst. Kurst spins and gives. Is that Wetstein? Number 30, Kyle Wetstein, the 190-pound sophomore, getting some playing time tonight. Sophomore running back, sophomore quarterback, sophomore wide receiver in there right now for the Papermakers. Thibodeau comes out of the game. Sweet's in there now as a wide receiver. He comes out to the bottom of the screen. There's an inside handoff to Frisch. He gets up to the 40-yard line. It's going to be a 2nd down. Thibodeau's back in the game now. Replacing Sean Sweet. And he comes to the bottom of the screen along with Green. 2 wideouts down here. Kirst has the ball. Quick pass to Thibodeau. Cuts in the defender.
First pass was complete to Thibodeau. For a short gain on
It's going to be stopped at about the 42-yard line. It's going to be a 3rd down and 5. Thibodeau needed a block after he caught the ball, but couldn't find one. Dropped after a short gain. Sweet's in the game now at the top of the screen as a wide receiver. Here's a handoff to Wettstein again. He's met at the line of scrimmage and stopped. It'll be a 4th down. Stopped well short of the stick. It's going to be a 4th down and about 4 yards to go. Papermakers make a personnel change. Looks like a punt. Frisch is in there. Edwards is going to fall back to receive the kick. He stands at the 30. Frisch stands at his 30. Nice snap. Nice kick. Nice deep kick. Fielded at the 25 and dropped. Player's knees are down. The whistle blows. Play is dead at the 24-yard line. Nice kick by Luke Frisch. Green Devils take over 1st and 10. They lead in this contest 31-7. 3 minutes left in the quarter. Luke Frisch is a sophomore, and so is Ty Roll. They're both in there now. Both either start or play extensively. Be a lot of sophomores, a lot of juniors in the starting lineup next year for the Papermakers. Here's a handoff to the up back. That's Blakely. He's going to be stopped at the 25-yard line. Gain of about a yard at the most. We'll call it 2nd down and 10. Less than a yard gain. Olson's a receiver on this side. Here's a fake pitch out and then a little counter play to Edwards. He stopped and brought down in the backfield by 38, Matt Goodness, sorry. Matt Goodness on the stop. He's a junior. 3rd down and about 13 yards to go. A loss of almost 4 yards on the play. Two wide receivers this time for the Green Devils, one on each side of the field. Two wing backs with one man in the backfield. Edwards will probably go in motion. There he goes. It's going to be a pass. Nothing doing. They're going to say the ball was down. The ball came squirting out when he was hit. He was sandwiched. Sean Sweet was the man who came in from the bottom of the screen. I didn't see the number of the Papermaker that came in from the top of the screen, but they hammered him. It's going to be a 4th down now and about 14 yards to go. Frisch and Thibodeau. Thibodeau at the top of your screen. They're going to go back inside the 50-yard line and await the kick. Good snap. The kick gets off. It's going to bounce short of the 50. Thibodeau picks it up at the 45. Met by the pursuit and brought down at the 45. Papermakers will take over there, 1st and 10. Minute and a half left in the 3rd quarter. Papermakers trail 31-7. Kyle Wettstein remains in the game at running back. Haven't seen Matt Walsh in the 2nd half, much of him. Two running backs on I formation, hand off to the deep back, that's Frisch. He's met after a short gain. maybe one, then he's pushed backwards. They'll say about a foot gain on the play. We'll still call it 2nd and 10. Sweet splits to the bottom of the screen. Split backfield behind Kirst. Kirst is back to pass. He's looking for Sweet. He's got him. Pass is complete across midfield. Be shy of a first down. It'll bring up a 3rd down now and about 2 yards to go. They need to get to the 45-yard line for a first down. If they get the 45, they have a first down. About 2 yards to go. Kirst got the ball, hands off to Wetstein. Wetstein's met at the line of scrimmage. Pushes the pile ahead himself. I think he's got a first down. Nice second effort by Kyle Wetstein. 1st and 10 Papermakers. They had him stopped a yard short, and he pushed the pile ahead for an extra 3 feet. Papermakers in Green Devil territory. 2 wide outs to the top of the screen. Kirst is back to pass over the middle. Oh, behind Sweet. Had Sean Sweet open and threw just a little behind him. He couldn't hang on. That's going to bring up a 2nd down and 10. Sweet was open. Thibodeau to the bottom of the screen, near side of the field. Kirst back to pass again. Eludes one man. Throws a short pass off to Greg Schmidt. Schmidt's going to get inside the 40-yard line before he's knocked out of bounds. Just under 30 seconds left in the quarter. It's going to be a 3rd down and about 4 yards to go now. Have to get to the just inside the 35 for a first down. Got a timeout by the officials. The clock has the wrong amount of time on it. They're going to make them reset the clock to 26 seconds. Was down to 9. Now they're going to reset to 26. I formation behind Kirst. Here's the handoff to the deep back. That's Frisch. Gets first down yardage for the Papermakers. He had to get to the 35. He's down to about the 34. Be another 1st and 10. Three sophomores in the backfield now for the Papermakers. Kirst at quarterback, Frisch, and Kyle Wetstein. And a sophomore wide receiver out there in Thibodeau, Ryan Thibodeau. Kirst is back to pass. Looking downfield. Hit while he's trying to pass. There'll be a sack. Way back to the 40-yard line. Back to the 41-yard line. That's the end of the quarter. That sack will be the end of the quarter. About a 7-yard sack on the play, so when we start the 4th quarter, it'll be Papermakers ball. 2nd down, I think it should be. Second down and 17. I should be when we get back here. We'd like to thank you all for tuning into our broadcast this year. We hope you enjoyed them. We look forward next year Just a reminder, their playoff action will be starting Tuesday. We have 3 teams in our area. Lincoln, the Port Edwards Blackhawks, and the Assumption Royals will all be in the playoffs. Get a chance to get out and support some local high school teams. The season does continue for the rest of the schools that do make the playoffs next Tuesday. Okay, Sean Sweets wide to the top of the screen. Split backfield behind Kurse. Kurse is back to pass again. Over here to Schmidt. Complete to Greg Schmidt. He's down inside the 30-yard line. It's going to be a 3rd down now and about 6 yards to go. He picks up about 11 yards on that reception. Greg Schmidt's a senior this year. It'll be his last game as a Papermaker. Third down. Papermakers need 4 to go for a 1st down. Kurse back to pass again. Looking for Thibodeau. Incomplete. Hit him in the hands. He couldn't hang on. One of the very few passes I've seen that kid drop this year. It's going to be a 4th down and 4 now. Papermakers will be going for it here in the 4th quarter. They trail 31-7. Just started the 4th quarter. Sweet, near bomb or split bomb of the screen. Green's out there on the top. Kurse is over here looking for Sweet. Throws to Schmidt, complete instead. Throws underneath to Greg Schmidt. The pass is complete. But I think it's going to be short of a 1st down.
Short of the 1st down.
Papermakers are come up about a foot short, and they're going to turn the ball over on downs. Nice effort by Greg Schmidt. Kurse throws to the short man. Comes up just about a foot shy. Green Devils take over, 1st and 10, going the other way. Still got the starting quarterback, pretty much the starting backfield in there. Anderson hands off to Edwards, number 24. He gets out across the 30-yard line. Picks up about 7 or 8 yards on the play. Bring up a 2nd down and short. 2nd down and 2, gain of 8. Edward takes the snap, keeps it, pitches out this time to Blakely. Blakely's cuts inside of a player out there on the end. Picks up 1st down yardage. Gets near the 40. They're going to spot the ball at the 39. 1st and 10, Green Devils. Wishbone backfield behind Anderson. Hands off to the left half. That's Edwards. He's into the secondary. He's going to pick up a 1st down. He's across midfield in the Papermaker territory. He's down to the 47-yard line. 1st and 10. Down to 10.5 minutes left in the game. 31-7, Green Devils lead. Wishbone backfield. Hand off to the up back. He's past the line of scrimmage. He's into the secondary. That's 21, Chad Sparrow. He's all the way down inside the 30 before he's brought down. He's down to the 28-yard line. Another 1st down for the Green Devils. New wide receiver in there. Hand off to Blakely. He's brought down inside the 25-yard line. It's going to be a 2nd down and 4. New receiver in there for the Green Devils. Steve Ravenscroft, he comes to the near side of the field, the bottom of your screen. Anderson's handoff to Blakely. Blakely cuts upfield. Frisch has him. Frisch brings him down inside the 10-yard line. 1st and goal for the Devils. Ball's at the 9-yard line. Here's the handoff to Edwards. He knifes ahead down near the 5. Be a 2nd down and goal. Put the ball at the 5-yard line. Anderson under center now. Here's the handoff to Blakely. He's in from 5 yards out. Mark Blakely, 5 yards out at the 8:47 mark. 37-7 now is the score. Pending the extra point attempt by Moots. Joe Moots. Kick is up and good. Makes the score 38-7 in favor of the Green Devils. 8:47 left to go in the game. 38 unanswered points by the Green Devils tonight. After the Papermakers score at the 5:16 mark in the first quarter to take an early 7-0 lead. They held that lead until the 7:04 mark in the second quarter when they fell behind 10-7. And it's been all Green Devils since then. Green and Frisch remain in the game to field this kick. Quino will be kicking off. Frisch is at the bottom of the screen. Green's at the top of your screen. Here's the approach and the kick. It's heading over towards Frisch. He picks it up at the 15. Oh, he's hit hard head on and dropped at the 30-yard line. Hit by number 59, Ben Goodhue. But he gets up and walks off the field. 1st and 10 Papermakers. Goodhue came in there untouched. Laid a lick on Frisch. Timeout for the Papermakers. Timeout Papermakers, 8:42 left in the game. Pairings for the state WIAA playoff games should be available possibly as early as tomorrow. Saturday for sure they ought to be out, most of them. Okay, Papermakers have Green as a wide receiver to the near side of the field. Matt Tuttle, I think, is in the game as a wingback on the far side of the field. Here's a handoff to Wetstein. He's going to pick up a couple yards on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 2nd and 7. Sweets wide to the top of the screen. Green's in the backfield now. Wing back far side, that's Tuttle, I think. Wilhorn slings one up, or Kerr slings one up to Sweet. Sending out of his hands at the 38-yard line, incomplete. Bring up a 3rd down and 7. Thibodeau back in the game with a play. He comes to the bottom of the screen. Tuttle, I think that is 49, I'm not sure. Split to the top of the screen. Kurtz is back to pass, looking for Thibodeau. Complete and knocked out of bounds. He's driven out by Edwards at the 40-yard line. That should be enough for a 1st down. 1st and 10, Papermakers. Seven-yard completion to Thibodeau. Moves the chains. 8 minutes left in the game. Papermakers trail by 31, 38-7. On 38 unanswered points by the Green Devils. There's Tuttle, I believe that is in motion. Here's a handoff to Wetstein. Wetstein's going to pick up about a yard, and he's going to be knocked down. Papermakers will be returning a lot of players next year, a lot of underclassmen even, with extensive playing experience. This time 2 wideouts go to the top of the screen. Now Thibodeau, he comes over to the near side of the field. Kurtz got the ball. He's back to pass, looking for Thibodeau. Going deep for Thibodeau. Thibodeau stepped out of bounds and came back in. I don't know if he was driven out or not, but the pass was incomplete inside the 25-yard line. It'll be a 3rd down and 7. Kurtz has the ball. He's back to pass again. Thibodeau falls down out here. Now Kurtz is in trouble. And he's going to be sacked back at the 35. Ryan Thibodeau slipped when he tried to make his cut on his pattern and went down. Kurtz couldn't find anyone else to go to. He had to eat the ball. So it's a 4th down now and 15 yards to go for the Papermakers. The Green Devils will send number 23 back to receive the kick. That's Adrian Foster. Short snap to Green. Now he's in trouble. Now he has to come to the sideline. Stiff arms the man. But he gets knocked out of bounds at about the 41-yard line, and that's where the Green Devils will take over. 1st and 10. Papermakers try to run it on a short snap. .6:22 left in the game, 38-7. Green Devils lead. Anderson still the quarterback. Sparrow, Blakely, and Edwards in the backfield. Olson is out of the game as wideout right now. Here's a handoff to Edwards. He's got some open running room. He's going to get down inside the 30 before he's brought down. Be enough for a 1st down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line. Wishbone formation behind the quarterback. Hand off to the up man. That's Sparrow. Sparrow fumbles. And it's recovered by the Papermakers, recovered by Luke Frisch. Papermakers ball at about the 16 or 17-yard line. First and 10. Sparrow coughed it up. Papermakers have the ball with 5:58 left in the game. A couple of new wide receivers in the game now for Nekoosa. Kurst hands off to Wetstein. Wetstein's going to get all close to the 20 before he's knocked backwards. Justin Allison's in the game now, number 45. It's a senior. Sweet and Schmidt are the tight ends. Wing back on the far side. There's a reverse to Green. He's got open field. He gets out to the 40-yard line before he's brought down. Little counter or reverse to Cliff Green. He gets the ball out to the 40. First and 10. Allison goes now. Split a little bit on the upside of your screen. Here's a handoff the other way. Another counter to Green going the opposite way. He gets around the end. He's got clear field. He's finally knocked out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. Same play going in the opposite direction for the Papermakers. Cliff Green with another huge chunk of yardage. Oh, they're down knocking on the Green Devil red zone. Ball at the 27-yard line, first and 10 Papermakers. Kurst takes the snap, hand off to Frisch. He's going to pick up a few yards before he's brought down, close to 5 it looks like. We're going to give him 6 yards, second down and 4. Justin Allison comes split to the near side of the field. Cliff Green split to the top of the screen. Kurst back to pass. He's looking. Now he's got to run. Now he's under pressure. Eludes one man. Tries a little Brett Favre pass over to Greg Schmidt. But it's incomplete. Batted down. Brings up a third down and about 4 yards to go now. Schmidt and Sweet lined up as tight ends. Wing back far side, I believe that's Green. There's a handoff to Green. He bellies back, looking for some room to run. He's going to be caught and brought down by number 28 for the Green Devils, Brad Thyssen. That's going to be a third down and 10 after a loss on the play. Under 4 minutes left in the game. Fourth down and 10. Loss of 6 on the play. One man in the backfield. That's Frisch. 2 wide outs to the top of the screen. Here's a handoff to Frisch. He had an opening, but he fumbled the ball. Now he got a flag on top of it.
Ball is fumbled and recovered by Frisch. There is a penalty on the play. Could be maybe
An unforced fumble on the play. Frisch had opening. Going to be a personal foul against the Green Devils. See where they marched off from. Could give the Papermakers a first down. Let's see. Well, they're going to march off from there. It ought to for sure be a first down. It ought to be down to the 15-yard line or inside the 15. Was a dead ball personal foul. It's going to be a first down. Is it first down? Is it M's ball, or do we get the ball back on that? It's going to be Adams Friendship's football. They're going to have a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line after that penalty. Personal foul penalty after the play. Here's a handoff to, is that Edwards or Blakely? Blakely, I guess it was. Going to pick up a few yards, about 3, 2nd down and 7. Under 3 minutes left in the game. 38-7, Papermakers trail. Here's Anderson, hands off. Hands off to Sparrow. And he's going to pick up a short gain, maybe a yard. It'll be a 3rd down and 6. New quarterback in the game now for the Green Devils. Number 2, Ryan Wacholtz. Here's a handoff. Fumble. Sparrow coughed it up. Papermakers think they have it, and they do. 1st and 10, Papermakers. I think that's the 2nd time Sparrow's coughed the ball up tonight. I'm sure it is. 2nd time in the 2nd half. Papermakers take over, 1st and 10 now, and they're outside the 15-yard line at about the 16 and a half. 16, we'll call it. 1st and 10, 2 minutes and 6 seconds left in the game. Here's Kirst, back to pass, looking for Sweet. He's got him. He's still on his feet. Knocked out of bounds inside the 1-yard line. Knocked out inside the 1-yard line.
Bounds on the 1-yard line.
1st and goal, Papermakers.
1st and goal, Papermakers.
Allison in the game now, 45. That Allison. Justin Allison splits out to the near side of the field, the left side of the formation. There's a handoff to Wettstein. He's in to score. The sophomore scores from 1 yard out. .154 left in the game. Makes the score 38-13 now, pending the extra point. Kyle Wettstein gets the varsity touchdown for the Papermakers.
Into attempt the point after will be Ty Roll.
Ty Roll, a sophomore, will be in to try the extra point. Snap is good, placement's down, kick is up and good. Makes the score 38-14. With 1 minute and 54 seconds left in the game. Tyrell will be kicking off for the Papermakers. And it'll be kicking off to Sparrow is back there. Is one man. Adrian Foster's back there with him. He's at the bottom of your screen. Number 21, Chad Sparrow's at the top of your screen. Here's the kick. It's going to come to Sparrow. He catches it on a run at the 25. Comes to the near sideline. Knocked down by Sweet at the 40-yard line. 1st and 10, Devils.
Sparrow brings the ball back to the Green Devil 40-yard line. They'll take over 1st and 10. On the stop.
Got some new faces in there for the Green Devils to start this, it might be the last drive. Wachholtz is in there, Ryan Wachholtz, he'll come in as quarterback again. Blakely's still in there though. They have 2 new running backs in there with him. One of them's Bezmek. And there's a handoff to number 28, Brad Thiessen. Tyson, I mean. He's going to get out to about the 46-yard line. It'll be a 2nd down and a long 3. Wishbone formation. Handoff to the up man. That's number 28, Tyson again. He's brought down by Tuttle, I think. Not before he gets a 1st down in Papermaker territory. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line. Here's a handoff to the up man. He picks up 1st down yardage down to the 20. Number 33 with the ball that time. They have no 33 on their roster. 55 seconds left in the game. Clock continues to tick. Green Devils are inside the 30-yard line. Wachholtz hands off to number 44. He's down inside the 20. There's a penalty flag. Adam Bezmek with the ball. Holding against the Green Devils. They'll bring it back. They march it off from the 25. The ball will be back on the 35-yard line. And sure enough, that's where it is. 35-yard line. It's going to be a 1st down now and 16 yards to go. 37 ticks, the clock continues to run. Wishbone behind Wachholtz. He takes a knee. Green Devils look to run out the clock here. "14 seconds left. They probably won't even have to get up to the line of scrimmage. Clock winds down on the Papermakers football season. 4 seconds. That's the game. Final score here from Nekoosa. The Adams Friendship Green Devils 38. The Nekoosa Papermakers 14. Papermakers scored the first and last points of the game. And after that and in between, it was all Green Devils. They scored first in the first quarter with 5:16 left on a 30-yard Jared Arndt run to take an early 7-0 lead. Moots came out and kicked a 26-yard field goal in the first half, or the first quarter, I mean. Anderson came out through 2 touchdown passes in the second quarter. He threw a touchdown pass the third quarter. He ran on a keeper in the third quarter for 29 yards. Big game for Anderson tonight for the Devils. Blakely scored in the fourth quarter on a 5-yard run, and Kyle Wetstein, 190-pound sophomore for the Papermakers, scored on a 14.